Today is International Holocaust Remembrance Day, and it also marks the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz, the largest and most deadly of the Nazi concentration camps from World War II. About 1.1 million people, mostly Jewish people, were murdered at Auschwitz, part of Nazi Germany's demonic attempt to exterminate every Jew in Europe, and they came very close. 6 million Jews were killed during the Holocaust, along with millions of others, including gypsies, LGBTQ, and the disabled. Today, a solemn ceremony on the grounds of Auschwitz in Poland, and this is likely the last big remembrance featuring a significant number of survivors due to their advanced age. The Jewish Family and Career Services of Atlanta group estimates that there are only about 300 living Holocaust survivors in metro Atlanta still alive today.